What's going on? Aaron Chen here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be doing a bit of research on this product right here. It's called the Fearless Momma. Okay, so I'm going to review this product. I'm going to explain a little bit more about what you can expect to find in this online system, and then you can decide whether or not you want to invest $250 to get into the program or not. Okay, so the Fearless Momma's got a pretty interesting sales funnel. Actually, it's very different from a lot of the other products that I have reviewed in the past. So the first page starts with a lot of proof, okay? Undeniable proof that our instant 250 commission system works, okay? So a lot of things there, right? Instant $250, and the whole thing that they propagate inside of Fearless Momma is that you can generate $250 in the next couple of days, okay? And so there's a bit of income proof here, and I'm sure that a lot of this income proof is real, to be honest, because again, I've used systems like this in the past, and if you do it, you can get lucky and you can generate that kind of commission, okay? But I'll explain a little bit more in a second, and then you can decide whether or not you really want to do this. Then you click down here, you enter your email address, and then you go to the next page. Now, this is the next page, okay? Now, on this page, all Tammy is doing, Tammy is a Fearless Momma, right? She owns a system. All she's doing is she is showing you that she was able to generate commissions, okay? And she explains a little bit about how it works. So what they actually teach you how to do a lot is in the back office, they basically show you how to resell the Fearless Momma system, okay? That's all it is. You're reselling the Fearless Momma system, and you're mainly using solo ads and email marketing to drive this business, okay? Now, there are a few things wrong, it's good and bad, okay? The first thing that's wrong with it is if you opt in here, so when you opt in here, you put your email here, you start getting a lot of emails from the Fearless Momma. I'm talking about like 5-6 a day, okay? Now, if you're getting 5 or 6 emails a day from any system, that is called spamming, all right? Now, it's a very, very aggressive way of marketing, and a lot of people, what they'll do is they will just opt out, or they will blacklist your email, okay? Now, sometimes you get lucky, and some people will buy from those emails, but a lot of the time, you become more of an annoyance than anything else, okay? Trust me, I know that because I've been marketing online for a long time, and look, if you got 5 or 6 emails every single day from some marketer online or from some system, what would you do? You would probably complain about it. You would put it into your spam box, right? Or your email account, your Gmail or your Apple email or whatever will automatically put it into the spam folder, which is generally what will happen, okay? So again, the strategies here are very, very aggressive, and it's very, very unlikely that you will generate a lot of sales long term, okay? In the short term, you might make some sales, but in the long term, not really, okay? And the 5 emails that I got were all about, again, it's all about the system, it's all about how I can make commissions quickly, and then there's a lot of testimonials and that kind of stuff. And that's why some people will make $250 in the next few days, because it's very, very aggressive, okay? But short term, it's okay, but long term, I don't think it's the right business model, okay? Now, after you watch this video, if you decide that you want to get in, you click on the step 3 here, and it takes you to this page, okay? Now, this page, look, it says here, your simple proven blueprint to predictable cash flow, instant funnel brings you $250 commissions. Now, what they talk about here is that you can actually make $250 in the next 72 hours, okay? So you can make money in 3 days. Now, any system that uses that to try and entice you, I would be very, very careful. I'm not saying that that's not possible. I'm sure that some people have generated, $250 in 3 days with this system. But again, there's no longevity to that, okay? Because there are a few things that are wrong with this system, right? And this is my personal opinion. You don't have to listen to me, but after being online for 10 years and actually marketing a lot of systems like the Fearless Momma, I would be very, very careful, okay? Because number one, the way that this works is they teach you how to use solo advertising to re-promote the Fearless Momma system, okay? That is called a closed loop system. That means that if anything happens to the Fearless Momma system, which is very, very possible because it might not be here next year or in 5 years or whatever, then your business is completely gone, okay? So you're relying 100% on the Fearless Momma system, which I don't think is a great business model because, again, you're not being an independent entrepreneur, you're relying on a system. And remember that there are hundreds and thousands of other affiliate marketers online that are also re-promoting the Fearless Mama system, which is not a good thing because you're competing against other people, everybody looks the same, and your conversions suffer, okay? And I can tell you that in the first 8 years of building my business online, that's what I was doing. I was using replicated systems. This is called the replicated system, okay? And it's good and bad. It's good in the sense that it helps you to, you don't have to create the stuff yourself, but it's like riding with training wheels on your bike forever. You're never ever going to be able to get off because you don't understand how to market properly. Does that make sense, right? So these systems are good and bad. It creates a crutch. You're like walking around with crutches your whole life, okay? And if you're walking around with crutches your whole life, you'll never learn to run. You'll never learn to walk on your own, and you'll never learn to run. I hope that makes sense, okay? And these kinds of systems, right, they inadvertently cause you to be handicapped for your entire online career, if that makes sense, because they don't actually teach you the skills to actually market online on your own. All they teach you how to do is to remarket the Fearless Mama system over and over and over and over again. And the only person that becomes really, really wealthy is Tammy because she owns the system. I hope that makes sense, okay? So the way it works is they teach you how to remarket the Fearless Mama system. And the other problem is they use solo ads, okay? Now I was doing solo ads for 8 years. I spent more than $30,000 on solo ads, and I marketed a lot of systems like the Fearless Mama, right? And the problem is that solo ads, the quality of solo ads is crap, okay? So if you're using solo ads to remarket this system, you might end up spending thousands of dollars before you even generate one sale, all right? Now, a lot of these people here, you see a lot of these testimonials coming through, right? They probably got lucky with the solo ad that they bought, which is why they made that $250 sale, okay? Now that might be possible for you to do that. If you buy a couple of solo ads, you get lucky, one person buys, and you generate $250 sale. That's why you see all these testimonials here, right? But for the long term, for you to generate $250 all the time and be profitable is very, very difficult because solo ads are not cheap, okay? And if you buy a solo ad for $250, $500, $1,000, the problem that you'll have is, will you make enough money to cover the solo ad and also make profit? And that was the big problem that I had, right? And what I found is every time you use a replicated system like the Fearless Mama, the problem is that you're not going to be able to have enough conversions for you to cover your costs and be profitable. And that's why I was always broke in my first 8 years of marketing online. This is exactly what I was told, okay? Now you might get lucky and you might make 1 or 2 sales. Again, that's why people are saying, oh, I made $250 or $500, but the chances that you'll do that for the long term and be profitable is very slim. Because solo ads are crap. The quality of, if you think about what a solo ad is, you're basically buying an email drop from a solo ad provider who markets to that same list 10 or 20 times a day. That means the people that are on this solo ad, right, or on the solo ad list, they're bombarded by offers every single day. So they're seeing multiple Fearless Mama offers. They're seeing multiple, other business opportunity offers, and they're just getting hammered 20, 30, 40 times a day, which is why a lot of them don't buy, and which is why solo ads just don't convert that well, okay? So the fact that they're teaching you how to use solo ads, I think is a very, very bad strategy, all right? So again, you don't have to listen to me, but I'm just telling you that this was my experience, okay? After marketing online for 10 years. The other thing as well is on the back end, they teach you how, she actually markets a system called the 6-Figure Empire, okay? Now the 6-Figure Empire is a top tier sales program. You have to invest between $1,000 and $5,000 in order to get the training and resell the products. So it's okay, but again, you have to understand that that's what you're doing. You're marketing a front end system where you can generate $250 commission up front. They're teaching you how to use solo ads mainly, and you're stuck in a closed loop system, okay, which is again good and bad. I think more bad than good. For me, I've been marketing closed loop systems for so long that when I finally broke away from that, that's how I started to become very, very successful and very profitable, okay? But because there's so many closed loop systems online and they sell the whole dream of being done for you and you don't have to do much, right? That's why so many people are attracted to it. But I think that it's actually a trap. It's a big mistake, and a lot of newbie entrepreneurs, when they don't understand how this industry works, they get attracted by stuff like this because they're like, oh, easy traffic, I get all the swipe copies, I get all the written emails, and I get a system that's done for you, right? But what they don't realize is that, again, you're on a crutch and you'll never learn to walk or run, I hope that makes sense, okay? And so that's basically what the Fearless Mama system is. It's just a system, it's a replicated system that gives you all the emails. And yes, you know, you can earn $250 commissions up front, but the way that it's done, okay, the underlying way that it's done, I think, is the wrong way to teach you how to really become a successful internet marketing entrepreneur, okay? So yeah, you know, it might work. You might make a sale here and a sale there and stuff like that. But I don't think that you're going to be profitable for the long term because of the strategy that's being taught here, okay? And the fact that they keep, you know, talking about how you can earn money fast, you can use their system to make it. And again, for long-term longevity and to be profitable, I don't think that this is the way to do it, okay? Because I've done this before multiple times, and every time in the end my business is never profitable because of the way that these systems work, if that makes sense, okay? So I would give this system probably a 2 out of 5, okay? A 2 because it works to a certain extent, and I don't give it any more than that because I think that closed loop systems that lead into a top tier program are the main reason why people actually don't end up being successful online, okay? You might have short-term success, like in the first, you know, few weeks, the first few months, you'll see a little bit of success, but to see that long-term growth where you're really making like $10,000, $20,000 in profit every single month is a very, very difficult thing to do with these kinds of systems because they don't really teach you how to be successful, if that makes sense, okay? So that's my review on the Fearless Mama. You know, take what you will from that, okay? Look, if you're here right now, then I'm assuming that you're looking for a way to generate more income online. You're looking for a way to be successful, right? Now, I was you 10 years ago, 2009, and as you've already heard throughout this review, I've tried a lot of different things. I've done a lot of marketing systems. I've done a lot of done-for-you stuff as well. And this is, I believe, the reason why I was basically broke for 8 years, right? You make a little bit of money, but in the end, you don't make profit. You spend more money on traffic, on solo ads, than you actually bring in, okay? And that's the whole problem with this whole replicated system that focuses on solo traffic, okay? They don't explain to you that actually solo ads are shit. They're really crap, and you have to spend so much money to find the golden pieces of solo ads that basically are so rare. It's like 3% of the entire solo ad suppliers on the internet. That's very, very little, right? So the question is do you have enough money to test 97% of the solo ad providers out there before you find the 3%? Most people don't have that kind of money, right? And it takes you a long, and you take this from someone who spent over $30,000 just on solo traffic alone, okay? But look, what happened to me was after the first 8 years of being broke, I finally broke through in 2016. So when I finally learned how to market properly, how do I sell my own products? How do I learn how to market? How do I become, you know, an authority, a credible person? Even if you're just getting started, you can learn how to do that, right? How do you attract people towards you so that you don't have to rely necessarily on a system that I think actually keeps you broke for the long term, right? It gives you results in the short term, but for the long term, you know, if you're not profitable in the long term, then what's the point of running your business, right? And that's what I had to learn, okay? And since 2016, I went from being broke to generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit. I now make regularly more than $500 in sales every single day in my business. And I teach people like you all over the world how to do this properly, how to be successful, how to become an independent entrepreneur, so you don't necessarily have to rely on a system like this that basically, you know, gives you crutches and prevents you from walking and running inside of your business, okay? So if you want to learn how to do that properly, then all you have to do is click the link right below this video. If you're on your mobile phone, click on the arrow on the right hand side, and then on that page, enter your best email address, and I'm going to send you some information that's going to show you in 7 steps how to do this properly, how to become an independent entrepreneur, how to never rely on any system, any done-for-you system, and how to build a long-term business where you can really generate 5, 6, 7 figures per month, and you can sell any product or service you want. It's super flexible, okay? Because that's what you have to learn how to do, and that's the only way that you'll ever truly become really successful in the online world. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Fearless Mama, and I hope to speak to you soon. Take care and all the best.